All right, I'm sorry, okay? I know, okay? I haven't been posting a lot. I'm really sorry. I'm a bad person. Take full responsibility for that. I'm a bad person. And you can blame me for the market. It's fine. Okay, you're right. You're right. It's my fault. Bitcoin is 20 something thousand. I'm sorry. I'm sorry it's not 20 million for Bitcoin. But either way, I'm here. Okay, I'm here now. All right, showed up. Finally. All right. Here's what I want to relay to you all. Adoption is, I'd say price is a lagging indicator. You know what that means? So price, obviously the price of Bitcoin, the price of other cryptocurrencies, these are lagging indicators. What that means is these things indicate something, right? Before the actual event or attribute that causes the indication to move or to exhibit itself occurs, okay? And so, for example, let's say I was a stock trader and let's say I got inside trading, okay? And I know that Ford is about to hop out with flying cars that really work like Star Wars and stuff like that, right? And I know that. The event that is going to add the value to Ford stock is the discovery of the technology of flying cars, okay? The price that it dramatically increases up to, which it would if Ford came out with flying cars, go crazy, that is a lagging indicator. That means that, price it indicated it, but much later when the rest of the market discovered that this attribute had occurred. So I say the same thing about Bitcoin. Price is a lagging indicator, all right? You really got to keep up with news. You really have to. There's so much positive news every day. Here's the landscape, man. The Fed could tighten. What they need to do is tighten interest rates to like 15, 16%. If they did that, I mean, the mortgage payment on a house, on a $500,000 house at 3%, the mortgage payment is like $2,300. A $500,000 house at like 16%, the mortgage payment is like $7,000. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So the Fed, in order to combat inflation, would need to hike up interest rates that high because inflation is actually that high. It's actually getting worse every month. Every month is a new higher number that was much higher than the predicted number it was going to be. Okay? So it's really bad. Or what does that mean for everybody else? Look, people, corporations would love to. Here's the thing you got to understand. The way corporate structure is set up, people who own the companies are not the owners. They're CEOs, they're officers, or they sit on the board, right? And then there's a parent company or even a trust that actually is the new owner of the company. And they do this for tax purposes, to try to pay as least amount of taxes as possible. Now, so, Verizon, if it makes $500 million, whatever, like it may, that's after profit, after paying everybody, that money can go now into investing because they don't just want to have money sit because of inflation. Inflation was always real. At 2 and 3%, on $500 million, inflation costs you $10 to $15 million every year. So what they would do, they would be like very quick to bury that money somewhere where it would at least beat inflation. Now look, man, right now with inflation, the reported rate is approaching 9.5, 10. The reported rate. So we all know that's the BS number. It's the number they BS us with. The real rate for inflation is probably like 20, 25, 30. Oh, scary. So at 2 and 3% on 500 mil, you lose 10 to 15 million dollars. 30% on 500 mil means you lose $150 million in buying value. You know what I mean? In a year. And just because that was the actual interest rate doesn't mean that it's going to be reflected in the price that year. But as time develops, right, and more of the data comes in, because price is a lagging indicator, right? The price of the US dollar is a lagging indicator. Price of Bitcoin is a lagging indicator. As this information comes in, the price begins to reflect now the real data, right? Okay, so what they want to do, they want to throw it into some kind of investment. What are you going to invest in right now? You know what I mean? Yeah, you could do real estate. We're still, maybe we're not in a bubble where it pops and it bursts and everything goes to crap, you know what I'm saying? Or, maybe we're just in a little dip and it continues. Either way, companies are going to be buying at, record high prices, very high extreme prices right now, you know what I mean? Well, inflated prices. So, are they very quick to do that? I don't know. Maybe they are. Maybe they're not. I don't know, right? You're going to do precious metals? I don't know. It doesn't really outperform the US dollar on average. It really doesn't. You know what I'm saying? Over the last 10 years, we can look at it. Maybe with inflation being the way it is, maybe it does outperform. But, are we talking about gold increasing by 30% every year? I don't think so. I really don't think that's going to happen. Stocks is in the dumps right now. It's a great time to buy stocks, I think, if you're buying the right ones. Are they going to increase 30% year over year? I don't know, right? But what are we actually seeing? What's being reported? Major investments in crypto, investments in departments for crypto, investments in integrating crypto into their current systems. Like, these are the things we're really seeing, right? And that's tight. What does that mean for us who are in the crypto space early, before any of them really even got in, right? That means that we can take advantage of the price movement, that lagging indicator. So we have the event of Fortune 100 companies, okay? Credit card companies, banks, people that companies that just make a lot of money, right? Adopting crypto, integrating crypto. And in their integration and adoption, they're introducing crypto to their current demographic, their current customer base. You know what I mean? The average Joe Schmo in whatever country that you're in, right? All right, with that double whammy right there, baby, with that double whammy, you know what I mean? We're looking at, tremendous growth potential, okay? Tremendous growth potential. Now, this growth is only gonna happen one time. It's not gonna happen again and again and again and again. Once we hit, 80%, 90% adoption, the amount of growth that's gonna happen at that point is very slim. So, now that Bitcoin's at 20,000 at the very bottom, right, of, adoption, because we have so much growth ahead of adoption, with a price that we're looking at in the future, it's going to be crazy, bro. It's going to be absolutely nuts. So I know how you feel, man. You're down in the dumps. Your portfolio's looking like, countries are adopting crypto. Massive corporations are adopting crypto. Massive banks are adopting crypto. Why are they doing it? It's because of the problem that I laid out before. We are not going to be using the US dollar. I forgot, man, I just was going to say it for this video. I forgot who it was. It was some company. But they said that, we cannot rely on the US dollar in the future. We can't rely on it. You know what I mean? It cannot be the world reserve currency because it's inflated. And the inflation is just going to continue. You have to dump the dollar. You have to dump it, man. You have to get out of it. You have to look at other things that are going to outproduce, the inflation of the US dollar. And what does all that mean? Well, as inflation goes up, the price of things that are not US dollars goes up. It goes up. And, it's just inevitable, my friend. It's just inevitable. And so, and that's just because of the mechanics of the way this system works. They try to blame, Vladimir Putin for inflation. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. Like, Putin can't, he can't put on the money printer to make it print. They printed it already. They keep printing it. You know what I mean? And they can't raise interest rates high enough to really combat inflation like they really need to. A lot of this is just for show. And so, I don't know what to tell you, man. We're not good. You heard it here first. If you didn't hear it anywhere else, we're not going to be using the dollar in the future. We're not going to use it in the future. We're not going to go to gold because you're not. How are you going to pay for your Netflix account with gold? How How are you gonna pay for your Verizon account with gold? You're gonna put gold into an envelope and mail it? Stop. We're not doing that. We're not shaving gold off at the dollar store. We're not doing that. You know what I mean? As much as people would like to think, would like to believe that that's what we're doing, we're not. We're not doing it. You know what I'm saying? So, man, I'm pleading with you to be patient, try to hold on. Whatever your plan was before, in 2019, 2020, and you were waiting for $100,000 Bitcoin, $200,000 Bitcoin, hey, it's coming, and it's going to be even deeper than what you thought, than what we thought previously. It's going to be even deeper than that. The macroeconomic landscape and the macro political landscape converge to create this unfavorable condition for this brand new emerging asset class. Once all of that dust settles, we're seeing right now, prior to the dust settling, we're seeing, what the public, what the corporate public, what private companies, what banking institutions, and even governments are saying is going to be the future of, the way that they transact, the currency that they use as a reserve currency, and prospects for investment that they're going to pursue, in order to get rich, get richer. I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know what to tell you. You just got to be patient, bro. You just got to be patient. You got to be so patient, man. Just be patient. Just chill. Sorry, I missed my turn. I messed up. Just chill, man. Don't be all caught up on the price, man. Remember, price is a lagging indicator. Price is a lagging indicator, my friend. I hate when people don't know how to drive, dude. All right, so yeah, that's my 2 cents. Love you. Be safe. Holla at me. All right. I know it's tough. I haven't posted anything, but to be honest, not much has really changed since my last video. More adoption, and price is where it's kind of at. As far as price goes, I don't necessarily believe the current relief rally that we're in, a little jump to 22, 23K, 24K. I don't really believe it. It's not, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it will jump up crazy. I'm looking for more of the 25, 26, 27K. Okay, now we're starting to see, we're about to go there. So while we're in this current price range, what's it called? We're still on the runway. We haven't taken off yet. So just bear in mind, man, try to make some fiat money, trade it for your crypto or whatever asset that you feel. Not financial advice. I'm just some random dude on the internet. But, hopefully you can see this thing play out properly. All right. Love you. Be safe. Peace.